All change, please. Train 787. All change.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, this is the last stop.
Am I bothered? Am I bothered, Dave?
This is the last stop.
But am I bothered?
Do you know what I said?
Do you know what I said?
I said you have to get off.
Do you know what I said, Dave?
Look, love, I'm not going to argue with you.
What did you call me?
I didn't call you anything.
Did you call me love, Dave?
I'm just asking you to get off the train.
I ain't your love,
You
Dave.
have to get off.
Are you disrespecting me?
This is the last stop.
Are you disrespecting me, Dave?
Do you understand what I said?
You understand what I said,
You ain't
Dave?
got off the train after all, please.
Am I bothered?
I'm warning you.
Do I look bothered?
It's up to you.
Look at my face. Is it bothered?
I'm not arguing with you.
Look at my face. Is it bothered, Dave?
The train's not going anywhere.
Yeah, but is my face bothered?
This is the last stop, and you have to get off.
I ain't bothered.
Oh, Mummy, how did it go last night?
Oh, darling, aren't you sweet to ask me that?
Was it a triumph? Was it stellar?
Well, you know Mummy will always tell you the truth, don't you?
Of course we do. We have no secrets.
And it's because I want you to grow up to be brave little soldiers that I'm going to be honest with you and tell you that last night, Mummy almost ran out of extra virgin olive oil.
Darling, tell all.
It was horrific. I was stranded in the kitchen. We were having guests for supper. I opened the cupboard and I was down to the last 4 bottles.
Mummy, you're shaking.
I just could not cope. You know, the reality is so different to anything you can imagine, and I was blindsided by it. It just completely floored me.
We had no idea. Are you okay talking about this?
Yes, I'm fine, darling. You know, really, I'm fine. It happened and I got through it. I had to get through it. I had bruschetta in the Arga, I had olives marinating in the larder, I had sea bass on the griddle. I was going to need at least another litre for drizzling alone.
What did you do?
I knew I had to do something. I knew I had to get help. And somewhere amid the chaos and the despair, I suddenly felt this surge of strength and calm rise within me.
How amazing.
It was, actually. I had the presence of mind to phone Daddy, and thank God I did, because he was fantastic. He said to me, don't worry, because I can buy some from the shop on my way home. And he did.
Did he really?
He did, yeah, he absolutely did. Just like that. He came in like a knight in shining armour and saved my life.
Cometh the hour, cometh the man.
He was fantastic. I shudder to think what would have happened if I hadn't been able to reach him.
What if he'd been driving through a tunnel and lost his signal? You'd have had to get in the car and drive to the shops yourself.
Shh. Don't let's go upsetting ourselves.
Gosh, it really does put everything into perspective, doesn't it?
Michael, honestly, I thought we moved to the country for a bit of peace and quiet.
What are you thinking, ma'am?
I'm thinking, how about this? Suppose, just for the sake of argument, that the bullet didn't enter the body.
But it did, ma'am. He's dead, and it's because of the bullet going straight through his heart.
Yes, I know that, Whittaker, but for the sake of argument, let's say the bullet did not enter the body.
Well, that would mean that Stevens would still be alive.
Exactly. If there was no bullet, Stevens would still be very much alive.
But he's not, ma'am. He's dead.
I know that, Whittaker, but just suppose there was no bullet. What would that mean?
Well, it would mean that Stevens would still be alive and we wouldn't be here investigating his murder.
Exactly.
I'm not exactly sure where you're going with this, ma'am.
I want you to shoot me with the murder weapon, Whittaker.
What?
Take this and shoot me in the heart. Just do it. It'll be perfectly okay. I just need to be certain that a bullet in the heart is enough to kill someone.
I think... I'm sure it will kill you, ma'am.
Just squeeze the trigger.
I really don't want to kill you, ma'am.
How do you know you'll kill me?
This is a 44 Magnum, and I'm standing a foot away from you.
Oh, Whittaker. Just when I thought you were making progress.
Did you go to the cafe at lunchtime?
Yeah.
You see Donna?
I'm not
not told you about Donna, have I?
What?
I didn't see her today.
You didn't see Donna?
I didn't see her.
Why didn't you see her?
She didn't turn up.
She didn't turn up?
No.
What do you mean, no?
She weren't there.
Where was she?
I don't know.
So what'd you do?
Well, I've waited, didn't I?
Well, yeah, you'd have to wait, wouldn't you?
I'm sitting there waiting for her.
And did she turn up?
She's not turned up.
And you're waiting for her?
I'm waiting for her. I'm sitting there.
On your own?
On my own, ain't I?
No!
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
Stop it!
I'm telling you, I'm sitting there on my own waiting for her.
And she's still not turned up?
She's still not turned up. And I'm sitting there waiting for her on my own like a nutter.
Oh, don't make me laugh.
I couldn't believe it.
Was Vicky working?
Well, she's seen me walk in, hasn't she?
So she's been watching you?
Yeah, she's been clocking me the whole time.
Oh, how funny.
She's seen me come in and look round for Donna.
But she knows Donna's not there.
Oh, yes, she knows Donna's not there.
But she's let you carry on looking round.
She has let me carry on.
I bet she was laughing, wasn't she?
She was in fits.
Oh, what must you have looked like?
I don't know.
So what's happened?
Well, I've ordered me lunch, ain't I?
Well, you'd have to, wouldn't you?
I've ordered me tuna baguette and a cappuccino, and I thought she'll have a Rocky Road Crunch for afters, and I thought, no, I better not, because I had a bag of Snacker Jacks on the way to work this morning. I thought, don't take liberties, Sam.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, no, but that ain't it. I've looked down. What they given me?
What?
You won't believe this. What am I looking at?
What have they done?
They have presented me with a cheese and sun-dried tomato panini and a frappuccino. I'm sitting there, my sandwich is hot, my coffee's cold, she still ain't turned up. What is my life like?
Who served you?
Gino, he's out of control.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
I said to Vicky, wait till I tell my boy, he'll love this.
It's like a film sometimes, your life, isn't it?
Do you know, that is exactly right.
Right. Stella.
That'll be yours.
And a pint of Armstrong's.
Oh, perfection. Oh. You know, there's only one thing better than a pint of real ale.
2 pints.
Oral sex. I was only joking.
Right, Bunty, love, we've got your award here, but before we send it to the engravers, we just need you to approve the inscription. Eh?
Presented to commemorate 25 years of unfailing service to the Doncaster Spinners, Bunty Carmichael, a majorette. Oh, Jeff, it's beautiful. It's more than beautiful. It's lovely.
Well, you've had a long run with the Spinners. It's only fair you bow out in style.
Bow out? What do you mean, bow out?
Bunty, love, don't spoil. You know we've spoken about this before.
No, we've spoken about whether I want to go into the individuals, and I've told you time after time, I don't. I'm team player, Jeff. You know that.
Yeah, I know, and we all admire enthusiasm.
Enthusiasm? Oh, is that what I've got? Enthusiasm? You don't get those for enthusiasm, Jeff. Sheffield, 1992, best original twirl. Eastbourne, 1981, best overall presentation. Halifax, 2001, best combination twirl. Hull, 1989, endurance champion. That's not a sash with medals on it, Jeff. Blood, sweat and tears. That's what that is. Blood, sweat and tears.
Look, nobody's questioning your ability. You're the best we've got. It's just that without you, the average age of the team is 12. You know yourself you'd be better suited with a display team that have got members near your own age. I mean, what about Drum Corps?
Drum Corps? Are you serious?
They're doing very well in the regionals, and I just spoke to Dougie Hicks last night. He's in dire need of twirlers.
Yes, exactly. Regionals. They're doing very well in the regionals. I'm national, Jeff. You know I am. I'm on the brink of European.
Look, it's not just your age we've got to consider, Bunty. There are other things as well.
Such as?
Well, I mean, safety.
Meaning?
Your new display twirl.
The Big Dipper. What about it?
The Big Dipper. I mean, your batten's going up 25 foot in the air.
Jeff, you know, when I catch that throw, it brings the house down.
Yes, I know it does, but when you don't catch it, you're bringing children down. You're lucky we've not been sued.
25 years. I don't know what to say.
All right, look. We're about teaching.
Jeff, what I do, you can't teach. Bury St Edmunds, 1989, when I broke the 400 12s per minute barrier. there was an official inquiry to see if my baton had been electronically enhanced. After the all clear, MC Alan Amos christened me the Twelminator. How am I going to teach that?
I don't know.
And it's not just about ability. What about dedication? Do you remember Bradford 94, when I broke both wrists going for the speed record? Doctor told me I wouldn't dwell for 6 months. Next Saturday, where was I? I was there, on the front row with both hands in plaster, blowing a whistle and doing high kicks. But if that's not good enough for you, Jeff, well, that's fine by me.
Auntie, love, why
No,
don't
Jeff, don't. You've said enough. Cheers.
I get knocked down.
So I'm like, ew. And he's like, wow. And I'm like, dude. And he's like, cool. And I'm like, so? And he's like, well. And I'm like, fine. And he's like, great. And I'm like, duh. And he's like, what? And I'm like, no. And he's like, yes. And I'm like, bye. And he's like, oh.
You must be Carol. How's it going?
Oh, hello.
I'm Bernie.
Hi, Bernie.
Oh, you just moved from St Anne's, haven't you?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, how are you doing? Settling in all right?
Yep, great, thanks.
All right, not having any bother with any of the porters?
No, everyone's made me feel really welcome.
Oh, grand, because, you know, one or two of them can be a little bit frisky, if you know what I mean. Especially Malcolm in A&E. I mean, you have to give him the old green light, but after that, he won't take no for an answer. He's got big hands, you know what I'm saying?
I hear you've got the busiest A&E department in the region. I wouldn't mind a bit of experience there.
Oh, you'll get experience there, all right, now, you know what I mean? There's a lovely black guy, Colin, security, works nights. My God, he's one big lump of a man.
Right, when I said experience, I was referring to nursing.
Oh, God, will you listen to me? You must think I'm a right whore. No, I just mean, you know, they're a decent bunch of lads, you know, for the crack, you know.
Right, well, I think that's my lunch, so I better get on.
Oh, right, yeah, you going to the canteen? Oh, here, I'll walk down with you. Because, you know, I was just saying to Big Karen on the desk, we need a bit of new blood in here, you know what I mean? Something young with a bit of life. I tell you, it's nigh on impossible to get anyone to go on the pool with these days. What do you say, Carol? Me and you, a few Bacardi breezes, a couple of big navvies down the Archway Tavern, you know what I mean?
I've got a partner, so probably not.
Yeah, oh yeah, I mean, haven't we all, though, you know, I mean, but, you know, just because you're on a diet, it doesn't mean you can't dribble over the menu, does it? Actually, Carol, I should probably warn you, there's been a few problems on Queen Elizabeth Ward.
Really?
Yeah, old fella in for a brain scan, keeps exposing himself to the female staff.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Actually, when I say old, he's not really old. He's probably about late 50s, you know, obviously taking quite good care of himself.
Bernie, this is very serious. Who else knows about this?
Oh, he doesn't do it all the time. Thursday nights are usually the best. I think there's some sort of sexy programme on Channel 4 he likes. Certainly puts the lead in his pencil, you know what I mean?
I don't think you realise how serious this matter is. And to be honest, it sounds as though you're encouraging him.
Oh, no, believe me, Carol, he doesn't need any encouragement. He's like a puppy in a sausage factory. I mean, fair play to him, it's not the biggest one I've ever seen on the ward, but you know what they say? If it's more than a mouthful, it's a waste.
Bernie, since I started here on Monday, I have tried not to listen to the rumours about you. But it seems everything they say is true.
Oh, thanks, Carol, that's really sweet.
That wasn't a compliment. No. I've had to go round the ward and redo all the beds you made this morning. Half of them hadn't even had their sheets changed.
Oh, no, Carol, no. Between you and me, what I tend to do is I give them a good sniff, and if they're not too whiffy, I just leave them on for another couple of days.
I didn't hear that, Bernie.
Right, what I tend to do is...
Bernie! I'm going to go and get my lunch now. Yeah. And after that, I'm going to request a meeting with Sister Hughes.
Yeah, Christ, Carol, no worries, yeah. Just go and get your lunch, yeah. I'm cutting down myself. Got a right slut of a dress for the summer. I'm going to get into it if it kills me. Yeah, you wish.
so I'm like, so bored. And he's like, hey there. And I'm like, hey, you. And he's like, one hang. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, oh, really? And I'm like, whatever. And he's like, Supremo. And I'm like, uh-oh. And he's like, baby. And I'm like, excuse me? And he's like, you want me? And I'm like, seriously? And he's like, totally. And I'm like, no-ah. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, no way. And he's like, you bet. And I'm like, I don't think so. And he's like, you're right. And I'm like, loser. And he's like, slut.
Hello, Nan.
Here he is. You come up and see me?
Yeah.
You come up and see me, ain't you?
Yeah, brought your Guinness.
You are a good boy.
You all right?
No, I'm not. I'm fucking raving.
What's the matter now?
They still ain't been to do me windows, have they? I waited in all day. They said they'd be here by 12 o'clock, but there's no sign of them. I've sat here on my own like a poor unfortunate.
Well, you know what the council are like.
I'm frightened out of my life. People are going to think I'm lousy. They'll take one look at them windows and think this is a doss house. I wouldn't mind if I could get up there, I'd do it myself, but I can't climb, see?
Well, I'll do it for you.
No, you won't. Not having you breaking your neck. No, you can let that lot do it. No good layabouts. 3 times I've rang her, that Roberts woman.
Who's she?
District housing officer or something on it. Great big office she's got, and she's getting paid for sitting there scratching herself. Oh, it makes me wild. And I wouldn't mind, but you can bet your life they're going to send round some poor silly cods who don't know shit from clay. Last one they sent, he didn't bring his stepladder, so he couldn't reach the tops of my windows. They don't want to work, see?
Oh, come on, now, what I'll just do, I'll just get on the chair.
Don't you dare! Don't you dare! I'm not having you risking your life! No. Oh, no, wouldn't they like it, eh? Oh, yes, that would suit them, wouldn't it, eh? Everyone doing their own windows. People climbing up and falling out and killing themselves.
It won't take 2 minutes.
Don't you get on that chair. If you get on that chair, I won't let you through that door anymore on my first Holy Communion. I won't let you up here.
All right, sorry, I'm sorry.
That's it. See what they do to me? Fucking lowlife. Yeah, I bet that's him now. What's the time? Look at the time. 4:30. 12 o'clock they said they'd be here. Oh, they make you sick.
I'll go now and stay here, please.
Waiting up there, right.
Steve's in here, I think.
Oh, sorry to be so late, Mrs. Taylor.
Oh, what's that? Is that someone at the door?
It's the window cleaner from the council.
Who is it?
I know you've been waiting, I do apologise.
Oh, was that today? Oh, I didn't realise that was today.
Here, Wednesday, you know, I'm sorry I'm 2 men down this week. I've had to do the whole of the nursing home on my own.
Oh, don't worry about me, darling. I don't take the notice. I mean, it don't matter to me if they ain't done today.
No, it's no trouble at all.
Oh, don't worry about filling up your bucket with water, son. No, just wipe them over, that's all they need. Would you like a cup of tea? Get the fella a cup of tea, he's gasping.
Oh, fine, actually. The ladies at the nursing home kept me well supplied.
Did they? Poor dears. Have a sandwich then.
That's very kind, but I won't, thanks.
I've got a lovely bit of boiled bacon in there.
No, really. I'll just nip to the van, get me step ladder, and I'll get up the top of the windows.
Oh, don't worry about that, darling. You can't see up there. No one's looking at my windows anyway.
Sure, it's no problem.
No, that's lovely what you've done there. That's all I want. Oh, I'm very much obliged to you, sweetheart. Truly I am.
All right, well, that didn't take long. I'll be off then.
All right, sweetheart. Take care. Thank you very much. Much obliged to you. I really am. I mean that. What a fucking liberty. Look at the state of them windows. He ain't touched them. Oh, I shall be on the phone tomorrow morning a bit like. He had to go and do the nursing home. What do they care? Oh, that silly old lot. Half of them are sitting in their own piss. The rest of them are smeared in the walls with shit. What do they care if their windows are clean or not? Get up there and do them windows. I'll have people talking about me now.
I thought you said that...
Get on that chair at once, you know, but not pot.
You said it was too dangerous.
Don't be such a fucking old Mary, eh?
Elaine Figgis is 34 and lives in York. She's travelled over 4,000 miles to Dallas, Texas to marry a man she's never met. Jeremiah Wainwright III is a convicted murderer and notorious cannibal. He is currently on death row awaiting execution.
It's strange how fate can bring two people together. I was surfing on the internet. That just means looking. And I typed in Midsummer Murders, and up came Midsummer Murderer. And I thought, oh, what's that? And then I read his little ad, and I dropped him a line. And here we are. I had no idea that in less than 2 years we'd go from simple pen pals to husband and wife. It's funny, isn't it? I was only after a signed picture of John Nettles.
How was the journey?
Well, the taxi driver turned up but wouldn't let me in his cab. He'd seen an article about me in the local paper. I mean, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but it's not very nice being pushed out of someone's car and being called a nutter on the happiest day of your life, is it? I missed the direct flight, so it was 19 hours by Greyhound bus from Atlanta to Georgia. But I did sit next to a very nice man from Louisiana called Buck. He gave me his number. But I shan't be ringing him, of course.
How did you feel when you finally arrived in Texas?
It was very emotional, actually. I mean, I felt as if I'd come home, which is odd because I was actually born in Twickenham. Mind you, Texas, Twickenham, it's the same initial, T. I hadn't thought of that before. I suppose it was the realisation that I was walking on the same ground as my beloved. I mean, not literally, obviously. He's strapped to a board most of the day. But, you know, breathing in the same air. It's a once-in-a-lifetime feeling.
Is that a wedding present?
Yeah, it's just a little love token. Last minute whiz round duty free, if truth be told. I thought this might be fun. And then I thought, no, get him something he really like. So, he's a slave to shortbread.
What do your friends think of this?
Oh, you can imagine what they say, can't you? You're doing the wrong thing, it'll never work, it's a ridiculous idea, you're mad. But to be honest, I think that's always going to be the case when a woman marries someone considerably younger.
You think that's their concern?
Oh, they're not concerned at all. To be honest, it's just jealousy, that's all it is.
Could it be...
I'm falling in love with you, baby. Sorry, me and my friend Jenny used to do that all the time. Go on. Oh. All right, that'll be me then.
Good luck.
I've had more than my fair share of luck. On to me now.
Is everything all right?
Yeah. All done and dusted.
Is that it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I knew it was going to be a short service because, well, he's a big lad and it's difficult to gauge the amount of sedative to give him. I mean, they don't want to kill him, but on the other hand, they don't want him lashing out with all the excitement. So it was a quick I do, and that was it, really. I can't stand it when weddings drag on, though, can you?
Will you be seeing Jerry later today?
No, he hasn't got another visiting order now for 4 weeks. So it's back to good old Blighty. I might ask the pilot if he could tie some tin cans around the back of the plane. No, actually, that would be dangerous. I think we should go. Shall we? We'll give some... No. So I'm in this bar, and he comes over, and I'm thinking, oh, my God. And he's like, hi. And I'm like, hi. And he's like, are you on your own? And I'm like, yes. And he's like, no way. And I'm like, it's true. And he's like, I don't believe you. And I'm like, come on. And he's like, I'm serious. And I'm like, cut it out. And he's like, am I embarrassing you? And I'm like, can we stop? And he's like, I saw you come in. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, can I get your drink? And I'm like, that'd be great. And he's like, what do you want? And I'm like, a soda. And he's like, is that all? And I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, on its own. And I'm like, yes. And he's like, don't you drink? And I'm like, no. And he's like, why not? And I'm like, it's none of your business. And he's like, I'm only asking. And I'm like, well, you started it. And he's like, calm down. And I'm like, I'm sorry. And he's like, don't be. And I'm like, why should I? And he's like, back off. And I'm like, fuck you.
I once met a man with a sense of adventure. He was dressed to thrill wherever he went. He said, let's make love on a mountain top, under the stars on a big hard rock. I said, in these shoes, I don't think so.
Love one another bad.
change, please. Train 787. All change.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, this is the last stop.
I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered, Dave.
This is the last stop.
But I'm not bothered.
Do you know what I said?
Do you know what I said?
I said you have to get off.
Do you know what I said, Dave?
Look, love, I'm not going to argue.
What did you call me?
I didn't call you anything.
Did you call me love, Dave?
I'm just asking you to get off the train.
I ain't your love, Dave.
You have to get off.
Are you disrespecting me?
This is the last stop.
Are you disrespecting me, Dave?
Do you understand what I said?
Do you understand what I said, Dave?
You ain't got off the train, I'll call you, please.
Am I bothered?
I'm warning you.
Do I look bothered?
It's up to you.
Look at my face, is it bothered?
I'm not arguing with you.
Look at my face, is it bothered, Dave?
This train's not going anywhere.
Yeah, but is my face bothered?
This is the last stop, and you have to get off.
I ain't bothered.
Oh, Mummy, how did it go last night?
Oh, darling, aren't you sweet to ask me that?
Was it a triumph? Was it stellar?
Well, you know Mummy will always tell you the truth, don't you?
Of course we do. We have no secrets.
And it's because I want you to grow up to be brave little soldiers that I'm going to be honest with you and tell you that last night, Mummy almost ran out of extra virgin olive oil.
I'm not exactly sure where you're going with this, man.
I want you to shoot me with the murder weapon, Whittaker.
What?
Take this and shoot me in the heart. Just do it. It'll be perfectly okay. I just need to be certain that a bullet in the heart is enough to kill someone.
I think... I'm sure it will kill you, man.
Just squeeze the trigger.
I really don't want to kill you, man.
How do you know you'll kill me?
This is a 44 Magnum, and I'm standing a foot away from you.
Oh, Whittaker. Just when I thought you were making progress.
Did you go to the cafe at lunchtime?
Yeah.
You see Donna?
I've not told you about Donna, have I?
What?
I didn't see her today.
You didn't see Donna?
I didn't see her.
Why didn't you see her?
She didn't turn up.
She didn't turn up?
No.
What do you mean, no?
She weren't there.
Where was she?
I don't know.
So what'd you do?
Well, I've waited, didn't I?
Well, yeah, you'd have to wait, wouldn't you?
I'm sitting there waiting for her.
And did she turn up?
She's not turned up.
And you're waiting for her?
I'm waiting for her. I'm sitting there.
On your own?
On my own, ain't I?
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
Stop it.
I'm telling you, I'm sitting there on my own waiting for her.
And she's still not turned up?
She's still not turned up. And I'm sitting there waiting for her on my own like a nutter.
Darling, tell all.
It was horrific. I was stranded in the kitchen. We were having guests for supper. I opened the cupboard and I was down to the last 4 bottles.
Mummy, you're shaking.
I just could not cope. You know, the reality is so different to anything you can imagine, and I was blindsided by it. It just completely floored me.
We had no idea. Are you okay talking about this?
Yes, I'm fine. You know, really, I'm fine. It happened and I got through it. I had to get through it. I had bruschetta in the Arga, I had olives marinating in the larder, I had sea bass on the griddle. I was going to need at least another litre for drizzling alone.
What did you do?
I knew I had to do something. I knew I had to get help. And somewhere amid the chaos and the despair, I suddenly felt this surge of strength and calm rise within me.
How amazing.
It was, actually. I had the presence of mind to phone Daddy, and thank God I did, because he was fantastic. He said to me, don't worry, because I can buy some from the shop on my way home. And he did.
Did he really?
He did, yeah, he absolutely did. Just like that. He came in like a knight in shining armour and saved my life.
Cometh the hour, cometh the man.
He was fantastic. I shudder to think what would have happened if I hadn't been able to reach him.
What if he'd been driving through a tunnel and lost his signal? You'd have had to get in the car and drive to the shops yourself.
Shh. Don't let's go upsetting ourselves.
Gosh, it really does put everything into perspective, doesn't it?
Oh, don't make me laugh.
I can't believe it.
Was Vicky working?
Well, she seen me walk in, didn't she?
So she's been watching you?
Yeah, she'd been clocking me the whole time.
Oh, how funny.
She's seen me come in and look round for Donna.
But she knows Donna's not there.
Oh, yes, she knows Donna's not there.
But she's let you carry on looking round.
She has let me carry on.
I bet she was laughing, wasn't she?
She was in fits.
Oh, what must you have looked like?
I don't know.
So what's happened?
Well, I've ordered me lunch, ain't I?
Well, you'd have to, wouldn't you?
I've ordered me tuna mayo baguette and a cappuccino, and I thought, shall I have a Rocky Road Crunch for afters? And I thought, no, I better not, because I had a bag of Snacky Jacks on the way to work this morning. I thought, don't take liberties, Sam.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, no, but that ain't it. I've looked down. What they given me?
What?
You won't believe this. What am I looking at?
What have they done?
They have presented me with a cheese and sun-dried tomato panini and a frappuccino. I'm sitting there, my sandwich is hot, my coffee's cold, she still ain't turned up. What is my life like?
Who served you?
Gino, he's out of control.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
I said to Vicky, wait till I tell my boy, he'll love this.
It's like a film sometimes, your life, isn't it?
Do you know, that is exactly right.
Right. Stella?
That'll be yours.
And a pint of Armstrong's.
Oh.
For goodness sake.
Michael, honestly, I thought we moved to the country for a bit of peace and quiet.
What are you thinking, ma'am?
I'm thinking, how about this? Suppose, just for the sake of argument, that the bullet didn't enter the body.
But it did, ma'am. He's dead, and it's because of the bullet going straight through his heart.
Yes, I know that, Whittaker, but for the sake of argument, let's say the bullet did not enter the body.
Well, that would mean that Stevens would still be alive.
Exactly. If there was no bullet, Stevens would still be very much alive.
But he's not, ma'am. He's dead.
I know that, Whittaker, but just suppose there was no bullet. What would that mean?
Well, it would mean that Stevens would still be alive and we wouldn't be here investigating his murder.
Exactly.